Hello everybody, it's Danny and Wanda from Deep South Homestead on our Friday chat. What we're going to talk about today is, y'all have to bear with me because I've got a sinus infection, something I hadn't had in probably 10 years. What we're going to talk about today is skills on the homestead.
And one of them is the sinus infection, the herbs.
Yeah.
I'm trying to cure him with silver, and he's using salt and
Salt water, lemon water, all this colloidal silver. We're doing all
of
this.
You have to learn, one of them has to be your health. You have to learn how to use what's available to get well. That
is one of the skills that's going to be necessary on the homestead if there's life-changing event takes place. Now, you may not be able to get to a doctor, and this may be one of God's ways of showing me that we're going to have to use these techniques to get better. And so we've got that aspect, and there's also the aspect of skills inside the house. I mean, a lot of things, it only takes 2 generations to lose skills.
And Danny and I both were raised with gardening, so gardening's something we understand. He loves plants, he loves planting them. But in the house, the canning aspect, I grew up with it. I did that while my kids were growing up. And Danny got it, he grew up with it, but he really is like me in the last few years, really got into the canning aspect.
Yeah. Well, life threw me a curveball, that's why. I mean, I had a spouse that got sick and died. And when you're a guy left to yourself, guys don't usually learn these techniques inside the house. I very quickly had to learn how to cook. I had to learn how to can if I was going to keep my homestead going and survive off of it.
Clean.
And I had to learn how to clean. I mean, there's things you have to learn how to make soaps to wash clothes with and dishes and stuff like that. And there is nothing humiliating about a guy learning these things.
Exactly.
As a matter of fact, I think that it's beneficial for a guy to learn it as well as the wife, because you never know in life what kind of curveball is going to be thrown to you.
I think guys do need to learn at a young age to do these things, whether they ever do them all the time, but they have to have a working knowledge.
Need to have, well, that's one reason the military is so strict on you about making your beds and folding your clothes a certain way. I know it all has to do with discipline, but most of these boys, when they get out of the service, they can take care of themselves, and I think that's a good point to bring out. Now, not only do we have those skills, there are going to be skills of working in the garden. There's gardening skills that which needs to be in the woman as well as in the guy. You don't need to be ignorant about these things, because in the generation that I grew up in, guys predominantly did the outside stuff, and the girls were predominantly in the house. And if a guy talked about going in the house learning anything, my dad would have had a fit.
Made fun of him.
Made fun of me, you know, but I don't think that should be the way it is. I really don't think there's anything feminine about it. I think it's just an art of survival.
And with the gardening, even I know how to pull weeds. That's not a big deal. But hoeing, you would think there's just whacking weeds. Okay, Danny's having to teach me that I don't hoe the weeds right. You know, there is an art to it, and I'm learning, because I used to whack the ground and pull, and I still do sometimes. But there's a way to just skim the ground. So everybody needs to know those things.
Yeah, there's arts and skills to every aspect of life. Like this week, my tractor, the sending unit, messed up on it. My oil pressure was jumping in all kind of crazy ways, and rather than run the risk of burning a motor up, I went to town and bought a manual oil gauge, which I'll probably make a video about that and show you. But I had the skills to be able to take that tractor parts off of there and be able to put it back together and make this thing work so that I can keep up the oil pressure on my tractor, because these are all things that are essential on a homestead. You don't want to be one of these kind of people that just all they know how to do is get up and turn a key on and run something. You want to know how it's functioning. You want to know if something's going wrong with it.
And keep it in the best shape you can. He even, I came out a couple of days ago, and he's whittling on something or filing on something, and he was taking and making a handle for a little
Ball peen hammer. Yeah.
So
It was her daddy's. Her daddy had a little ball peen hammer, and the handle was gone out of it. So I took the bandsaw and set up and cut me an oak board, and I cut it down to size and sit down with a draw knife and kind of shaped it out, and then finished whittling it the rest of the way, and then filed it and sanded it, and it's in a hammer out there now.
Nice.
Looks like a brand new one. So these are all skills on a homestead that a person needs to know. Homesteading is about being independent of the system. And that's the problem with our society today. Everybody is dependent upon the system. If there is a life-changing event, everybody wants to sit back and wait on the government. And I'm going to tell you, if we have another huge life-changing event in this country, I don't know that the government can take care of everybody because of our indebtedness. So that's, that's kind of what we're just throwing out there today in that area. I don't want to spend a lot of time on it because we've got some other things we want to cover. One of them is, in the Foxfire books, there is a cookbook that goes along with it called Appalachian Cookery. And it is a Foxfire series cookbook. And we do have it. It's a good cookbook to have.
It's called the Foxfire Book of Appalachian Cookery, edited by Linda Garland Page and Elliot Wigington. So that's a good book to try to pick up.
That's one of our books. Now, this book here is one of the things I pay attention to. I was in the construction business for years, so many years. And I sit back and I'm watching a lot of YouTubers building stuff. People need to get this book right here for beginners. Because this book here is called Buildings, Small Barns, Sheds, and Shelters. This here tells you how to build anything from a wood shed to a carport to a cow barn, cow stalls, goat buildings, pigs, chicken housing. It's even got wiring in here, how to put some wire in it, and how to put a roof on it, and all that kind of stuff. This right here, I'm gonna tell you, this is Monty Birch, is the writer, author of this book. I just, from what I've been seeing on some of these YouTube channels, there's a lot of people need this book. Really.
A way to look at something and know exactly how to build.
Yeah. How to do post and beam construction. It's all in there.
It's all in here. So if you want a good book for construction of small buildings, sheds, barns, shelters, whatever, try this book.
I think it's a really good book to have on the homestead, because especially if you're going to have animals. It gives you rabbit housing. You name it, it's in there.
Okay, the next one is...
The next one, seed sowing and saving. This right here, my friends, is the book of books.
You're going to save seed.
If you're going to save seed on a homestead, which if you're going to be self-sustainable, which nobody's 100% self-sustainable. Let's just throw that out there, okay? But if you're going to be as sustainable as you can be, then you need to be able to save your seeds.
As many as possible. You still may have to order some.
You may have to order some. We still order some varieties because we just find them and we want to try them. So
this is an excellent way. It explains everything.
It's a step-by-step explains to you exactly how to save the seeds. It covers every garden vegetable, flowers, herbs, all that stuff.
Because I didn't know there was different ways to save seed. I thought you just collected them, dried them, that's it.
No.
Tomatoes has a step-by-step process.
There's a step-by-step process on tomatoes. There's a way to do squash. There's a certain way to do cucumbers. There's a certain way to do watermelon.
There are weird ways of doing things, or they may not propagate, and you may not have a plant.
Yeah, you may not get your seed viable.
Yes.
So, seed sowing and saving. This is another one of those stories, gardening skill books. The author is Carol B. Turner. I tell you what.
It's a good book.
It's a good book. Even I have learned a lot from this book right here. It has showed me so many things that even I didn't know. If there's a life-changing event, there's no internet, You want something to sit in your hands like this. You want something hard, tangible, you know. That's what you want.
And the last thing is, we found this Bountiful Gardens.
Oh, yes.
It's a seed saving.
It's a non-profit organization that does only heirloom, non-GMO seeds. They're out of California.
And the money goes to they educate people about gardening organically and sustainably. All their seeds are open pollinated, non-hybrid, nor GMO, and untreated.
Yep. So we just ordered from these people, and I'm going to tell you what, the amount of seed I got in a pack way surpasses anything I've ordered from any other company. Now, I've ordered a little bit of stuff from Baker Creek. I mean, people talk about Baker Creek all the time. But I'm going to tell you what, these are the people right here.
And we got really fast service from
Fast
them.
service.
We ordered one day, and probably
2 days.
2 days, the seeds were here.
Yeah.
The packages were full of seed. It wasn't just a minute amount in the package.
Yeah, normally we would order some types of seed, like say corn, for instance, and we'd get 25 kernels in it or something like that. We ordered from these people for the same amount of money. We got 100 kernels in it. And the wheat, we ordered some different types of wheat, the ancient wheats, because that's what we're trying to get going here, so we can be more sustainable about our wheat. And I mean, there was like 2,500 seed in a pack of wheat versus maybe 50 or 100, and so
with other companies. So
yeah,
y'all check out Bountiful Gardens. I think, let's see if it's bountifulgardens.org.
Yeah. Now I called these people and asked them, could I mention their name on YouTube, and they told me that whatever I wanted to do, throw it out there, because they're a non-profit organization and they want to get the name out there. They want people to buy from them because they're more about educating people about what's going on with our seeds and everything. So I tell you what, I think Bountiful Gardens would be well worth your money. I mean, you can find them online, and I highly recommend them. And also today, there is a couple of YouTubers out there that we watch that we wanted to mention. One of them was Empty Hammock, and I know there's one video in particular that really caught my attention.
Everybody needs to watch it.
Everybody needs to watch this one.
If you prep or you homestead, or you even thinking about it.
Yeah.
He did an excellent
job. He's done
job.
a fantastic job. His name is Barry, his wife is Molly.
And his parents are Bill and Elizabeth from Tinyhouse Prepper.
Preppers.
They work together on this video because Tinyhouse Preppers preps.
They're a prepper versus
Empty Hammock is a homesteader.
Yeah.
And they bring out the hows, the whys, the who can do it, whatever. They compare homesteading and prepping. Probably the best video
video I've ever seen about. Now this guy is his dad that we're talking about. It's his dad and his mother, and to watch them collaborate back and forth with one another versus his dad is a truck driver. They live in this little tiny home on a little small lot. Empty Hammock has a farm with land, and both of them have the same goal in mind about being sustainable. It's just that they go about it in two different directions. I mean, one of them is prepping, which is going out and buying everything they have and storing it up, versus homesteading, which is raising and working with the land to come up with the same exact goal. And to watch them collaborate back and forth was just really, really good.
Barry, you and Molly did a great job. Bill and Elizabeth, good job.
Good job.
So Empty Hammock and Tinyhouse Prepper.
Yeah.
And
two good YouTubers to watch.
Yeah. And the last thing right now, our frugal family food.
Yep.
Okay, this Friday night is the Pratt family. You got Pratt, P-R-A-T-T, Family Homestead. I'm not sure what they're making, but it should be good. So y'all check them out. They're going to be our frugal family food collab for this week.
Yep.
And then Tangi, the caver's wife, and Amanda at the Fundamental Home have set up a Facebook page. It's called the Frugal Family Food Facebook page, and anybody can join it. All you got to do is go to Frugal Family Food on Facebook and ask to join. They will add you to it. You will be working with all of us that have been in the collaboration, and we will be throwing out recipes. You will be able to talk to all of us. You will be able to throw your own recipes out there. All this kind of stuff is going on, and people are really liking it. So y'all join us on that on Facebook. And right now, our gardening and stuff's kicking up. We've done got potatoes. We're fixing to have English peas. He plowed corn and string beans and green beans this week.
Green beans and corn got plowed this week. I mean, that's the last plowing on them.
We're gearing up toward canning, and it's going to get hard to answer everybody, and we don't want to shun anybody, but if we don't answer right away, don't feel bad, because Homesteading's going to be first. The YouTube channel will have to be second, and even though we video, we still have to edit and upload, and then somebody has to answer. And we've been, so far, have been really blessed to answer everybody if we can. This time it may be a thumbs up. It may not necessarily be a comment.
We're getting extremely busy right now. I mean, things are really kicking up.
Until we can slow down, it might just be a thumbs up. If you just said nice job, we may just hit a thumbs up. If you asked us something, then we will try to be getting back in touch with you. We're trying really hard to keep up with answering questions and keeping up with those type things. So if y'all would just bear with us and give us, you know.
Now, they will have some slack times. I mean, probably either next week or the next week we'll be digging our Irish potatoes, because they're already starting to turn yellow because of the heat. Like she said, English peas.
Berries. I'm picking berries.
Picking berries like crazy.
Huckleberries just fixing to kick in. And
blueberries will be kicking in a couple of weeks. So
about a month we'll be picking blueberries, but pretty regular.
Pretty regular.
And his dad has 100 trees that are, what?
10 or 12 feet tall. I mean,
and huge.
Huge trees.
Each tree, sometimes we have got as much as 2 and 3 gallons off of one tree.
Per time
to pick it, not
not
the whole
total
season. Yeah. So that's going to be a biggie for us again this year.
Yeah, we'll start about 5:30 in the morning picking them until about, we'll probably pick up to about, what we need to pick up, 10 o'clock, 10, 11 o'clock. And we'll probably, in that length of time, we'll pick anywhere between 10 and 20 gallons at a time. So, just hope you understand what she's talking about us being able to get back to you, because we have to do that on top of our gardening, on top of making videos, editing, uploading, answering, I mean, all this stuff.
And canning.
And canning. Because, I mean, we've got to keep our homestead going. Plus, we have to sell some things. So, just bear with us. Okay, that's probably it for today. Thank y'all for watching. We hope that you will continue to watch us, and you'll be sure to like and share and subscribe to us all the time. And if you're already a sub, thank you, and we love you so much from Deep South Homestead.
Have a blessed day today.